Hello, we are the Wisest Wizards for the Saturday review of Rough Cuts. I am Coffee Doug, or
I'm Ryan Pancake Hat.
Eggnog Pancake Hat, Eggnog Doug today. So we are going to be reviewing, we did some holiday movies, A Charlie Brown Christmas.
And Garfield Holiday Celebration, and this one's going to be for Christmas. Garfield's Christmas.
That's got 3 of them on there. The Peanuts classic Charlie Brown, it was written by Charles Schulz, who did the comics. This one was directed by Bill Melendez. He did a lot of the other Charlie Brown ones, and he also did some Garfield. He was a big fan of Garfield. So, how's your wiener, buddy?
Great.
Tastes good? Well, what do you want to talk about first? We'll talk about the Charlie Brown one, because you didn't like the Charlie Brown one as much, I could tell. We just finished watching the Charlie Brown one.
What do you mean you could tell? Because I fell asleep.
As I look over, he's snoring on the couch. So, he didn't enjoy it. It's one of my childhood favorites. I love the Charlie Brown Christmas special. It's very rough. It's a very rough cartoon. It doesn't, like... You could tell just back then, I don't know if the way they made it or what, like even the voice acting, when they had to use the child actors.
The opening song is the only thing I really liked about it.
Yeah, the music's good throughout.
That's very true.
Yeah, they use and they sing a lot of classic Christmas songs. The big thing about the Charlie Brown Christmas special, it is the second longest running Christmas special in history, right behind Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and Rudolph only aired 1 year before it, and 1965. Rudolph aired in 64, Charlie Brown was in 65, and every year since then they've been on TV every year. So I thought that was kind of cool. Close. Talk about why you didn't like it. What was it that bothered you about the Charlie Brown special?
I don't think it bothered me at all. I just got tired.
And just went to sleep?
Yeah, I was like, damn you, Lucy, and your psychiatrist stuff. I'm going to bed.
At the time, when this came out in the 60s, the big debate, which you were sleeping for this, but when the whole premise of it is Charlie Brown is upset because Christmas is becoming too commercialized. There's there's all these contests to win money for light decorating, and everybody's worried about what presents they'll get, and maybe just put money in a card. And he's upset about it, and he can't find the true meaning of Christmas. And there is a part where Linus tells him the true meaning of Christmas, and they quote Bible scripture, and they talk about Jesus Christ. And for that to air on CBS at that time, and even still kind of today, a lot of people sometimes get disappointed by that. But
if I was awake for it, I'd have been like, all right, I know that passage from the Bible.
Yeah, I actually don't. It's Luke something, I think. I don't remember what the passage is.
My lukewarm feelings on the Bible.
Watching this, I think every year, Christmas, everybody always says it gets more commercialized every year. I just think every year it's going to be commercialized.
What holiday doesn't get more commercialized? I believe they were playing Christmas music right after Thanksgiving, and it wasn't even December yet.
Yeah, it just depends on the person. If the meaning of Christmas for you is to go out and have to buy things and get things or do this or do that, I think it should be more about hanging out, seeing family and friends.
Yeah.
I actually like that this year there's kind of a recession and people aren't spending a lot of money.
Oh, way to go, Doug. You're cursing our nation right now.
No, but I like that people aren't worried about buying gifts for people.
I'm glad it's Christmas and this nation's going in the shithole.
That's what I like now. Okay, let's talk about Garfield.
Well, I actually watched it today for the first time ever, and it was really good. Very sad.
They're both a half hour long, by the way.
Yeah.
This was 1987.
Oh, good call. I was 4 years old then when this thing came out. And you were, 4D?
You love Garfield, so I'm surprised that you had never seen the Christmas special.
You know what? No, I never had. But it has good music as well. I find the grandma to be hilarious until the part where she gives, this really sad thing about...
Now, don't give things away. Remember.
About something, and I'm like... That's fucking sad.
And basically, it's written by Jim Davis, who also wrote the comic strips.
Yeah.
Directed by Phil Roman, who's done a bunch of Garfield and Scooby-Doo cartoons. Garfield, Odie, and John decide to go to visit John's grandma on the farm. And so you get to meet members of John's family. You meet his mom, his dad, his brother, and his grandma, basically. And it's just them having a farm family Christmas.
But it's real good. I even like the message of this. What did Garfield say? He's like, I don't care about the presents, and everything. I just care about the love of the family and stuff like that, or something like that.
Yeah,
I was like,
I agree.
that was real good.
For Garfield being such a grumpy cat all the time, he cares at the right times.
That's true.
He does really. He shows his soft side shows, especially with Odie.
I was pissed at him earlier because he was like real like sarcastic, and I was like, I'd skin this fucking sarcastic cat with a tire.
Yeah,
in my truck. There's more than one way to skin a cat.
It took a while for me to get used to the Garfield one, but now it is kind of a classic for me. This is probably my 4th or 5th year watching it in a row, and I like it. That's ridiculous that you ate 2 hot dogs and drank a thing of eggnog.
That was milk.
Oh, I was wondering how you were drinking that so fast, chugging it.
Moving along.
I highly recommend the Garfield one, and plus,
Yeah.
if you buy this DVD, you could get the what else is on there?
Thanksgiving and Halloween. Which again, we did Halloween, which is one of my favorite Garfield things ever.
It's great. And one other little tidbit of information: this came out in '87. Garfield's the TV show, which a lot of people will remember from the '80s, called Garfield and Friends.
Yeah,
and it ran for like 7 years. That came out a year later, 1988, and like the first 15 minutes was a Garfield cartoon. The next 15 minutes was on the farm. It was his pals. And Jim Davis also did a comic strip called U.S. Acres. It was in newspapers all over, and it was about farm animals. So that's why I thought it was kind of cool that Garfield and John and Odie go to the farm for Christmas. That tells me that Jim Davis probably grew up like in the country or something, and he really liked that, doing that other cartoon.
Or that's where he took his victims.
That's where he took his victims.
I don't know.
All right, so this is our holiday review. Christmas is coming up, so... Thanks for watching.
Sorry.
We hope you all have a great Christmas. Definitely write in. Let us know what you think of what some of your favorite classics are. I would like to know that. What people watch that some people like. Obviously, there's The Grinch.
I can watch A Christmas Story 1,000 times.
Christmas Story. But give us some ones that we might not have heard of. It'd be cool to watch some this season. So, thanks, Rough Cuts.
Thank you very much.
See you next Saturday.